This next story, I like telling the story. There's many different ways I can tell a story. I'll tell it this way. So this song, once again, can you give a little love to the whole band since they're doing such amazing stuff? We got Hubert on the lights. Give Hubert some props. It's so lovely when he does. And Mathieu Pavizet. And also Brad, our opener. He's amazing. He lost the wheel. He still made it. That's what I'm talking about. Great songwriting, great lyrics. They're so naive and they're lovely. They're really interesting. They're anyways, great guy. Really lovely guy. Thank you so much, Brad, for having an adventure with us. So this song, when I first moved into Montreal, I didn't have any friends, and I was in this neighborhood, and there's this hairdresser spot, this guy called Kenzo, where you do mushrooms and he cuts your hair. And he was a really lovely guy. He was a Vietnamese fella, lots of life experience that I would never know nothing about. And he was always really like very charming advice. It's always everything's okay, which is great. Except this one time I came in and my life was like total disaster time. So I was like, I came to Kenzo, I'm like, you gotta cut my hair. My life is a disaster, Kenzo. And he's like, well, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen is this is gonna flood, and it's gonna keep on flooding, whether you like it or not. She knows what I'm talking about, obviously. And he's like, you can't take no detour, there's no like shortcut, there's like no like yippee-dippy-doo thing is going to save you. You're just going to let it go until it's done with you. And then when it's done with you, it spits you out at the end. And you're like, oh. He's like, and it's going to take 3 years. And I was like, oh. But I'm really happy he was honest. And then I went to the studio, and this is a longer story to the song, but that's a part of the story of this song, and it rolls like this. The winter's turned to fish bowls, cities are seas. The cars are drowning underneath your feet. The children were swimming from the top of the trees. The crowds of umbrellas were staring in misbelief. Mary kept sewing, hanging on to her TV. Well, even if the water was rising past her knees, 'cause here comes the river, it's coming out strong. And you can't keep your head above these troubled waters. Well, here comes the river over all of the flames. 'Cause sometimes you gotta burn to keep the storm away. Sometimes you got to just nobody told you it was gonna be this hard. Something's been burning behind your eyes. You lost your identity. You're losing control. And there ain't any words in this world that's gonna cure this pain. Sometimes it's gonna fall down on your shoulders, but you're gonna stand through it all. 'Cause here comes the river, it's coming on strong. You can't keep your head above these trouble was. When you close the window, sometimes you gotta learn to keep the storm. You close the window over all the flowers. Sometimes you gotta learn to keep the storm. Sometimes you got to burn to keep the storm away. Sometimes it costs a joy.